having far too much fun. Los Lobos set me free, Rosalie on the shore from the 87 album By the Light of the Moon. And I understand Perseid meteor showers tonight. The people from the observatory were saying at 4 o'clock in the afternoon we're going to make the decision whether or not we're going to do that shindig out there at the park.
In Alder Grove, right?
And details coming up in just a few moments here, so stick around. Yeah, they had a good time that year in 87. They contributed 6 cover songs to the soundtrack of the Richie Valens film La Bamba. Loves you some Los Lobos. And how about Toots and the Maytals' version of Louie Louie? It's Bill, it's Jody. Good day to you.
Best money I ever made as a cocktail waitress at 86th Street Music Hall?
Yeah.
Los Lobos.
Why was that?
I think
tequila drinkers?
Well, tequila drinkers.
Take my wallet. Make sure nothing happens to it.
I was doing the upstairs at the 86th Street Music Hall there, and the other waitress called in sick that night, so I was alone on this huge area up there. And at the time, the majority of Los Lobos fans came from south of the border, so they all came up with U.S. dough back, and that was
75-cent dollar.
Yowza, keep the change.
Thank you.
Loving it.
Very nice.
Yeah, well, back then, making $350 U.S. in a night was massive.
That's still massive.
Yeah.
You kidding? Hey, you're not going to want the tequila drink or the cocktails going tonight if you're going to be lying outside looking at the meteor shower. Maybe a special hot chocolate or something like that. You prepare for it. You dress for it. You take a nice camera. If you've got binoculars, beautiful. If you've got a telescope, awesome. But we're going to tell you where you can go where they've got a bunch of that stuff. And it's going to make you happy. We hope, anyway. That's next.
Wanted. Fun-loving women who are starved for time and hungry for information. Vitamin Daily is a free online magazine with timely tips about the stuff you care about. Fashion, health, beauty, home, culture, and dining. Sign up for free at vitamindaily.com and you'll get your daily dose delivered to your email inbox every Monday to Friday. It's the first thing you read in the morning after the ingredients on your cereal box. Vitamin Daily. They're like the gal pal who always knows the scoop. Sign up today at vitamindaily.com.
Yeah, blue sky making an appearance today. Thank you, Mother Nature. Make me happy on the Courage Advance show, brought to you by NorthshoreAutomall.com. Your next car is just a click away. Yes, you've been hearing it all afternoon. If you're just joining us, tonight's a very good night to be a star. This is just great. It's the Perseid meteor showers.
Hello.
I'm jumping out of my skin. And we were hoping it would stay clear enough tonight so you could lay back and watch the shooting stars. The meteor shower peaks this evening and tomorrow night in the wee hours. Should be close to 60 an hour. And I believe you look to the northeast sky. Now, the Royal Astronomical Society is setting up telescopes at Alder Grove Lake Regional Park. That's at 8th Avenue and 272nd Street in Abbotsford. And they always decide 4 o'clock the day of. I double-checked the website. I did a bunch of reading. It's a go. We are on. So you can drop in anytime after 8. And I think they're taking like a $2 donation kind of thing.
As they should.
Yeah. And the Astronomical Society, as you probably know, or maybe you don't, Gordon McMillan Southern Observatory is right there on the grounds at Vanier Park where the planetarium is, where the Pacific Space Center is. They are regularly open Friday and Saturday nights. Clear nights only, of course. And they got some cool stuff going on. I went and saw a thing there with Liesel and my good buddy Dave. And it was on crop circles. And we went there as skeptics. We thought this will be fun. We went for a nice long walk all the way down to Spanish Banks and back and then settled in just the right frame of mind. And we walked home going, it's really hard to refute that. Just in sheer number and artistry and detail and all the rest of that. Mind-blowing. I've been hooked by that place since I was a little kid.
Me
but that was
too.
pretty cool. And Thursday night, 7 to 9, a couple of cool things. How high is the sky? How big is the universe? So fun topics, really kind of cool topics. So the Gordon McMillan Southern, they're really cool people. But tonight, the telescopes are all set up, Alder Grove Lake Regional Park. So with that in mind, we thought we would take you to our happy places. Maybe the finest night of stargazing for you, Jody.
Oh, without question, Kalamalka Lake in the Okanagan, hanging out at the Owl's Nest Resort right there on the, what would that be? That would be the west side of the lake. And we would sit, the Bowmans own the Owl's Nest, these longtime friends of the family, and we would sit down there before you couldn't have fires at the lakeside. It seems like years since we've been allowed to actually have a campfire, but back in the day we'd have this big campfire down the lake, and you'd sit back in your lawn chair and look up, and the Big Dipper sat just above the ridge, and it was like light bulbs in the sky. But it was just that time of year. I always knew this was my personal special time when the Big Dipper sat
right there.
There.
Nice.
Right? Just,
Nice. And then, phew, there goes one.
Yeah.
Chew. There
Didn't
goes one.
help.
Chew.
It didn't hurt that I had like all of my favorite people sitting around me in the most relaxed, beautiful setting in the middle of.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
When I was a wee
gorgeous.
guy, my brother Rocky got a telescope, and he was right into it. He was the scientific mind in the family. Of all 5 kids, he was into the classical music, and he was into all that. So I would hear him clamoring to get on the roof. We grew up in Richmond, Winnipeg, and then moved to Richmond in the 60s. And if I was a good boy and I was quiet, I could climb up there. And then every now and then he'd look over and say, "You want to look?" And I'd say, "Yep." So he'd back off, and I'd look through, and he'd have, Saturn, or he'd have the moon. That was just cool as a kid. And so I got right into it. I loved it. In Richmond, man, it was dark growing up, dark nights. Yeah. And I remember so many times lying in wheat fields out near the school, just like a starfish, flopping out like a starfish and just looking at the sky and listening to the birds. And every now and then you'd hear one just go by, because they were nesting out around there too, right? Every now and then you'd spook one. But the best night, Paul Lake in Kamloops. Oh, yeah. Put the kids down at the cabin. Liesl and I went down to the docks, got all cozy in the sleeping bags. And one particular night, I had spread my grandmother's ashes that she had asked me to, and I'd spread them at sunset. And we put the kids down, sitting around the fire, and told Grandma stories, and they'd pick flowers all day and spread them around. I'm going to write a book about that someday. But as it is, we went down there and we said, "Okay, Grandma," kind of did that John Cassavetes thing in The Tempest, that great version of The Tempest. And show us. And sure enough, the Northern Lights began right over the ridge at Paul Lake. You've been at Paul Lake.
Yeah.
And there they were, just the sky came to life, and it was dancing. And as it faded away, it was hard not to weep. And Grandma came and visited us and danced in the sky, and then shooting stars. Pew, pew, pew. And we just kind of held each other close and went, "That's pretty cool."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to be present in the moment.
Oh, hey, wherever you are, look up anyway. Yeah, around midnight, maybe closer to 1, 2 in the morning, if you can still hang in there. If you don't have to get up early, look up to the northeast sky. Hopefully these clouds will continue to dissipate, and you'll get the show of your life.
And it makes you happy.
That makes you happy, too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Hope we took you to your happy place, especially if you're one of those people stuck in traffic. What a wicked day.
Not on the 9th Street Bridge. Don't go to 9th Street.
Not
Stay away
do
from
it.
9th Street.
Make me happy on the Courage Advance Show. Brought to you by NorthshoreAutomall.com. Your next car is just a click away, and your good friend Doug Joy, just a moment away. Elvis Costello on the shore.